The movie being reviewed today is Cinderella Man. It was made in 2005, so it meets the criteria of being an old, if not a classic, movie. It's based on a true story. Here's the DVD cover. Russel Crowe is the principal actor, and Renée Zellweger is the principal actress. The story is about a light heavyweight boxer, Jim Braddock. Ron Howard was the director. Producers were Ron Howard, Brian Crasier, and Penny Marshall. The distributor was Universal Pictures. Music was done by Thomas Newman. Studios that made the movie were Touchstone Pictures, Miramax, Imagine Entertainment, and Universal Pictures. It had a budget of $88 million and to date has made $109 million. It had Oscar nominations for makeup, film editing, an actor in a supporting role who was Paul Giamatti. The screenplay was written by Cliff Hollingsworth and Akiva Goldsman. Cinematography was done by Salvatore Tartino. It was edited by Daniel P. Hanley, Mike Hill, and it was filmed in Toronto, Canada. The plot. James J. Braddock was a light heavyweight contender who breaks his hand. It is during the time of the Great Depression, and Braddon works as a longshoreman. However, this was not enough money to support his family. He is offered one fight by his manager against the number 2 light heavyweight contender, Corn Griffin. Braddock wins with a third-round knockout using his strong left hand. He had developed in the strength in his left arm and his left hand while working as a longshoreman, because that was the hand that the hook was in. The wife, May, opposes him returning to the ring. She never did like the violence. Braddock knocks out Corn Griffin in the 3rd round and continues to win fights, eventually getting a shot at the heavyweight title holder Max Baer. He in fact pays back welfare money he was given while he was making poor wages. He beats John Henry Lewis and Art Lasky and is to fight Max Baer as a 10-1 underdog. Baer belittles Braddock and his wife in a restaurant. The wife throws a drink in his face. Good for her. Make a long story short, Braddock defeats Baer. Joe Louis ends up beating Braddock. Joe Louis always spoke very highly of Braddock. Remember, Joe Louis was a true heavyweight and talented, and Braddock was a light heavyweight. Braddock returns to construction, but owning his own company this time. He and May live out their lives, raising their kids and living in their own house. It would appear they had a good life from that point on. The actors. Russel Crowe, Jim Braddock. Renée Zellweger, May Braddock. Paul Giamatti, Joe Gould. Craig Bierko, Max Baer. Paddy Considine, Mike Wilson. Bruce McGill, Jimmy Johnson. Ron Canada, Joe Jeanette. David Husband, Ford Bond. Connor Price, Jay Braddock. Patrick Lewis, second son, Howard Braddock. Rosemary DeWitt, Sarah Wilson. Linda Cash as Mrs. Gould. Nicholas Campbell as Sporty Lewis. Gene Purse as Jake. Chuck Shamata as Father Roddick. Elisa Johnson as Alice. Troy Ross as John Henry Lewis. Mark Simmons as Art Lasky. Art Binkowski as Corn Griffin. David Letzinger as Ace Fellman. Matthew G. Taylor as Primo Canera. Rance Howard played announcer Al Fosen. Richard Norman Smith plays the part of a reporter. And a guest appearance by Angela Lee, paid as a boxing trainer. Clint Howard plays the part of Alec Feldman, the fight referee. Anyway, it was a good movie. Well done. I enjoyed it, and I watched it twice. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Take care now. Bye.